Curious Kid Cast, here we go. Questions poppin', minds will blow. Big ideas, they're taking flight. Let's explore, feel the light. Why, what, where, and how? Big answers, we'll find them now. Curious minds, the world will comb. Ask away, let's bring it home.
G'day, Curious Kids, and welcome back to the Curious Kid Cast. I'm your host, Andy, and today we're diving deep into one of the most embarrassing but totally normal sounds your body makes. We've got a brilliant question from Jackson in Perth, Australia, who's 9 years old. Jackson asks, "Why does my tummy roar like a lion, especially when I'm hungry?" Oh, mate, what a fantastic question. And let me tell you, your tummy isn't the only one making jungle noises. Mine just did a proper elephant trumpet sound about 5 minutes ago. So let's find out why our bellies seem to think they're running their own zoo. First up, imagine your digestive system as the world's longest, twistiest water slide. We're talking about a ride that starts at your mouth and doesn't finish until, well, let's just say it ends at the toilet. Scientists call this amazing ride your digestive tract, and it's like having a personal food roller coaster inside you. Picture this. Your mouth is like the loading station where your teeth are the ticket inspectors, chopping up your food and checking it's ready for the ride. Your saliva is like the water that makes everything nice and slippery. Then whoosh! Down the esophagus tube your food zooms, getting squeezed along like toothpaste being pushed out of a tube. Next stop is your stomach. Think of it as a stretchy, bouncy castle that's having a party. It's squishing and swirling your lunch around in powerful juices, basically turning your sandwich into soup. Pretty gross when you think about it, but also pretty amazing. Then we've got the small intestine, which is absolutely massive despite its name. We're talking about 6 whole meters. That's longer than a giraffe is tall. Imagine a giraffe lying down in your belly. Actually, don't imagine that. That's a bit weird. This long tube is like a nutrient vacuum cleaner, sucking up all the good stuff your body needs. Finally, there's the large intestine and beyond, which is basically nature's recycling center. It takes out the water and packages up the leftovers for their final goodbye wave, and the whole thing is wrapped in smooth muscles that you can't control. They just do their own thing, squeezing in waves like a really slow, really long hug. Now here's where it gets really cool. Those muscle waves I mentioned aren't silent. They're like having a secret orchestra playing inside you all day long. When your muscles squeeze soup, juice, and tiny bubbles of air together, they make sound waves that vibrate through your squishy insides. It's exactly like when you shake a fizzy drink bottle. Psh! Except the bottle is inside you and it's doing it all by itself. Most of the time, your heartbeat, breathing, and clothes muffle this indoor concert. But sometimes the orchestra decides to turn up the volume and everyone gets to hear a dramatic grrr glorp. The ancient Greeks thought these sounds were so funny that they invented a tongue-twisting word for them, borborygmi. Say it with me. Borborygmis! Go on, say it out loud. I bet you sound like you're speaking ancient Greek magic spells. The Greeks chose that word because it actually sounds like the noise your tummy makes. They're pretty clever, those ancient Greeks. So you might be wondering why your tummy roars, especially when you're hungry. Well, about 2 or 3 hours after you finish eating, your stomach empties out like a swimming pool with the plug pulled. That's when special cells release a chemical messenger called ghrelin, which scientists have nicknamed the hunger hormone. Ghrelin is like your body's personal food delivery app. It zooms through your blood straight to your brain's appetite center and waves a flashy sign that says, "Refuel me, please." Your brain reads the message and shouts new instructions back down to your digestive system. "Okay, muscles, time for a cleanup cycle." This is when your stomach muscles really get to work. They start sweeping away leftover crumbs and extra mucus. Think of them as tiny janitors with very loud whistling habits. The sweeping muscles slosh liquid and trapped pockets of air around, and your empty stomach amplifies these sloshes like an echo in an empty cave. That's why hunger and roaring tummies go together like peanut butter and jelly. The same hormone that makes you feel hungry also tells your stomach muscles to start their noisy cleanup routine. And because there's no food to muffle the sound, everyone gets to hear the show. It's like having a marching band practice in an empty gymnasium instead of a carpeted music room. Now you might be wondering where all those bubbles and air pockets come from. Every time you swallow, giggle, or slurp through a straw, you trap tiny balloons of air with your food. Fizzy drinks are like bringing extra backup musicians to the orchestra. They're packed with carbon dioxide bubbles just waiting to join the percussion section. And here's something really cool. You've got trillions of friendly bacteria living in your gut. These tiny helpers munch on fiber that your body can't digest and release gases as their way of saying thanks for lunch. All these bubbles swirl around with your liquid food during the muscle waves, bumping into each other and vibrating like a bunch of tiny drums. They're basically the percussion section of your belly band, adding crackles, pops, and squelches to the growly bass notes. Here's something that might surprise you. Even after you've had a huge meal, your tummy still makes sounds. They're just quieter because all that food acts like soundproofing foam in a recording studio. Your digestive muscles never actually stop working. They just get a bit quieter when there's more stuff to muffle the noise. Doctors actually listen to these sounds with stethoscopes to make sure everything's working properly. Silent intestines can mean trouble, while an extra wild solo might mean your stomach's planning an unpleasant surprise later. Other things that can turn up the volume include jumping around, which jostles trapped air like shaking maracas, or feeling nervous, which speeds up all your digestive muscles. You know how sound works, right? It's just vibrations traveling through the air to your ears. When your stomach contracts, those vibrations push through your skin, fat, t-shirt, and classroom air until they reach everyone's ears. An empty stomach is like banging on a tight drum, loud and clear. A full stomach is like stuffing that drum with towels. Much quieter. Here's a fun fact. A whale's giant digestive system rumbles at notes so deep, they're lower than the lowest note on a tuba. Meanwhile, a hummingbird's tiny tummy probably squeaks at notes so high that human ears can't even hear them. Nature's got quite the range of stomach musicians. Now, if you want to quiet down your stomach symphony, here are some tricks that actually work. First, smart snacking. A banana, some yogurt, or a handful of nuts gives your muscles something soft to squeeze, which muffles the echo. It's like putting a pillow inside a drum. Sip water slowly instead of gulping it down. Big gulps drag in extra air, and we know what air does to the bubble orchestra. Sit up tall, too. Slouching squashes your belly and pushes noise outward like squeezing a whoopee cushion. Save fizzy drinks for after school, chew with your mouth closed to swallow less air, and take deep breaths when you're nervous. A calmer brain means a calmer tummy. And remember, every teacher's, parents', and friend's tummy does this too. Even the King of England's stomach probably rumbles during important meetings. You're in very good company. Speaking of good company, did you know that different countries have different ways of describing stomach growls? In Japan, they call it hara no mushi, which means the bug in my belly. Imagine having a friendly beetle doing backflips in your stomach. In Italy, they call it brontolio, which means grumbling. That sounds like an angry Italian chef complaining about the pasta. In Germany, it's Magenknurren, meaning stomach snarling. Germans always make everything sound a bit fierce, don't they? Next time your tummy sings, you could invent your own sound word. Maybe boingalicious or rumble bumble wumble? Here's something incredible. That rumble you hear in your classroom is the same tune that dinosaurs heard millions of years ago. Astronauts floating in space hear it too. Even blue whales get stomach symphonies, though theirs probably sound like underwater foghorns. Your belly orchestra means millions of muscles and microbes are working together to keep you energized and ready for your next playground adventure. Instead of feeling embarrassed when your stomach roars during quiet reading time, you can smile knowing that you're part of an ancient musical tradition that connects you to every living creature on Earth. All right, curious kids, it's time to test what you've learned with a fun quiz. Get ready to shout out your answer. Question 1. What's the fancy Greek word for stomach growling sounds? The answer is borburig, miss. Did you remember that tongue twister? Question 2. What hormone makes you feel hungry and also makes your stomach muscles start their cleanup routine? That's ghrelin, the hunger hormone that's basically your body's dinner bell. Question 3. True or false, only humans get stomach growls? False. Every animal with a digestive system gets tummy music, from goldfish to gorillas to gigantic whales. We're all part of the same rumbling family. Well, I hope that answers your question about why your tummy roars like a lion the next time it happens. And trust me, it will happen. You can remember that you've got an amazing food processing system working hard to keep you healthy and strong. Before we go, don't forget to share the Curious Kidcast with your friends and family. If you've got a burning question about how the world works, visit our website at CuriousKidcast.com. We love hearing from curious kids like you. Thanks for joining me today, and remember, stay curious, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring the amazing science hiding in everyday life. This is Andy signing off from the Curious Kidcast.
Hey, let your